quiet, please. Good morning, Nita ma'am. Please open the curtains. As you know, today is a very special assembly. It comes once in a year when we say thank you and goodbye to the present council and bring in the new council. Before we begin, we'll begin with our school prayer first. Thank you. I now hand you over to our head boy and head girl.
Respected Chairperson Mrs. Ambani, heads, teachers, and my fellow students, good morning. About a year ago today, I stood at this podium and addressed you as your head girl for the first time. I told you that I couldn't describe the happiness, pride, and honor that I was feeling. Today, I stand equally speechless with the same excitement and honor I had a year ago. In all the 13 years that I have been in this school, this year has been especially exciting and rewarding. Organizing events, drafting schedules, and conducting council meetings have become a part of my routine and wouldn't mind continuing for another year. This year has taught me to appreciate the hard work that goes into making sure that each and every one of us gets a platform to voice our opinions and a stage to showcase our talents. It has made me more confident and taught me to face my challenges, the challenges I would have shied away from a year ago. It has taught me balance, patience, and perseverance like no other experience has ever taught me. But most importantly, it has allowed me to become even more attached to what already was my home away from home. To Mrs. Ambani, thank you for creating this home I am so willing to serve. I will never forget the day you sat with us after Investiture, not only to make us understand the power that came with our responsibility, but also to advise us on how to use it wisely. To the heads, thank you for entrusting me with the most prestigious position I could have ever asked for. Thank you for always keeping your doors open to answer our million doubts, patiently reviewing our countless emails, and being so understanding. To my teachers, right from low KG to the IB, thank you so much for believing in me, probably more than I believed in myself. Thank you for telling my parents at every one of my PTMs that I was head girl material and molding me into the mature and understanding 18-year-old I am today. To Mr. Chunawala, the housekeeping, security, liftman, and every other staff member who has woken up to come to school at 6:30 in the morning and left late in the evening. Thank you for making sure that we always had what we needed and were safe as we conducted our events. To our council teachers, our foremothers, thank you for being the most understanding and encouraging guides we could have asked for. Thank you for not only making sure that we were carrying out our events efficiently, but also making sure that we were sleeping enough, eating healthy, and managing our work. It would be an understatement to say that this year would have been impossible without your support and guidance. To my entire student council, thank you for being the most entertaining and at the same time most understanding captains. Thank you for always challenging the call on every decision we made to make sure we were never slacking, but also empathizing with us and supporting our final decisions. I couldn't have asked for a better team, full of old friends and new to work with. To my core council, thank you for being the perfect group of strangers that turned into family. Thank you for being enthusiastic about the smallest things from our first event to our last, and being the uniquely talented, hardworking, and passionate individuals that you are. To the head boy, my bus buddy and my biggest support through this year, thank you, Prasid. Thank you for answering my phone calls at the latest hour of the night and never being annoyed, even if I asked you the most redundant questions. Thank you for understanding my views on things, but also giving me your opinion so we could come to the most efficient solutions. And most importantly, thank you for never once allowing me to feel alone during this one-year journey. Finally, we as a student council would be nowhere if we didn't have you to thank. So thank you to every student who participated in the events we organized, cheered their houses, and appreciated the council and what it did. To the incoming council, cherish the year ahead. I'm not going to sugarcoat the experience and tell you that it is easy, because there are going to be moments where it won't be. But if I were to give you any advice, it is this. At the moments where you feel most under pressure, do two things. First, look around you for reassurance, because the people you are sitting next to right now are going to be your family and your biggest support for the year ahead. And second, remember we, your teachers, and your heads have complete trust in you and believe that you deserve the post that you have been given. More often than I expected, the faith that my school had in me has helped me tackle fears I would have never thought of confronting myself. I am grateful to have been given this opportunity to give back to the school that has given me so much. And it has been my greatest honor to have been your head girl for the year 2016-2017. Thank you. I would now like to invite your head boy, Prasid Chhabria, to address you for the last time.
Respected Chairperson, Mrs. Ombani, heads, teachers, incoming Student Council of 2017-18, and my outgoing dream team. Just over 1 year ago, each of us standing here sent in what was then the most important applications of our lives, allowing us to represent you on this stage. Today, the seniors standing beside me will tell you that it is now, 1 year on, that they are drafting the most important applications of their lives, sending us out of these blue gates in a matter of months. The idea is, as ambitious as we are, sometimes you and I tend to move on from the moments that matter too quickly, in search of the next best thing. Sometimes in that race to the next best moment, everything is blurred. So in this moment, before we rush on to the next best thing, we look back at the year gone by. This year I've had countless questions come my way, but most often I am asked, how does it feel to be head boy? Each time I have a different answer, and each time I think of just how inadequately I've expressed the feeling. Watching new students take on the roles of house captains and coordinators, exuding spirit as if they had been here all their lives, I have seen the transformation your spirit can ignite. That is how it feels. Through hours spent on phone calls scheduling events, to having our last event with the very same enthusiasm with which we had our first, out in the rain just minutes before House Cup, I have felt a relentless drive pushing me to deliver a student life of our very own creation. That is how it feels. Most memorably through the awestruck gazes and greetings of the primary students on the stairs. Their enthusiastic participation reminds us that the one thing we should never outgrow is innocent, raw passion. And through their smiles, I have seen this year's hard work bear fruit. That is how it feels. Mrs. Ambani, as you once told me, this year has been one I'll carry with me for a lifetime. So I thank you, Mrs. Ambani, for an experience so difficult to let go of. Something so unforgettable, it's hard to think of the next best thing. To our heads and teachers, thank you for never even hinting that our efforts to enhance the school year were any less significant than yours. Teachers' Day was undoubtedly a highlight of our year. But perhaps what we missed most is Miss Munshi and Miss Tarapurwala's unfailing patience and smiles. Mr. Impi's congratulations after each event, keeping us motivated. And Mr. Basu and Miss Bajaj's constant guidance, going out of their way to hear out our rather unconventional ideas. To Mr. Chunawala and the school staff, from IT to housekeeping to security, nothing we would have imagined would succeed without their support. Most importantly, however, the friendships we have developed with them truly help us recognize how we have connected with the school community. To our council advisors, Ms. Gandhi, Ms. Kaur, Ms. Madhavan and Ms. Varghese, thank you for your perpetually calming presence, foresight, and for seeing us through both victorious moments and difficult decisions. To my core council, from mere acquaintances to a family with our cheesy t-shirts and official dinners, thank you for sticking together this year. Only we know the chaos behind a seemingly impeccable sports day, or the 19 drafts behind a successful GK quiz. Coordinators, thank you for being our backbone, always in charge, ready with every answer. This year mark of leadership is to see new leaders grow with you. Vice coordinators, ADA. It's hard to believe that it's just been a year looking at the bond that we have. We can't wait to see the great things that you do with your relentless energy and love for our school. Ashna, perhaps only you fully understand the magnitude of emotion I feel today, imagining a life without our travels daily to Mr. Vasu's office. Besides your cookies and creative genius, thank you for our agreements and disagreements, for understanding me, and for leading a team of 49 with me through hurdles only we can fathom. Each day of the year we've asked ourselves, what drives us to give our all to each moment, each event, each day of this tenure? Was it this mere series of events? Was it the need to prove that we deserve to be here? Was it the excitement of watching our efforts be fulfilled? It seems we found ourselves driven by something greater. for our love for this school that has given me a voice, challenged me every day until I saw a new version of myself emerge. And it's this love that has pushed me and our council through all the 6-day weeks and 10-hour school days, spent perfecting all of 36 school events. It's this love that has allowed me to discover what it really means to give back and to enjoy every moment of it. And it's this love, not the badge or the title, that makes it so hard to step down. To my student council, sometimes it's hard to believe what we've accomplished despite never once agreeing on any decision. Thank you for the spirit each one of you brings forward. Every one of you has shown exceptional leadership. Thank you for showing us that what we do is more than just a calendar of events. It's about a community, and it's worth every minute. So think about it, pause in the present for a moment, and celebrate what you have achieved. Realize that learning to excel does not mean aggressively chasing the next best thing. As for us, that's a year of pushing you to compete to your best, being with you in victory and supporting you in defeat. And it's nearly impossible to describe just how emotional it's been. But now, as we awake from this dream, to the new council, we have faith that you are the next best thing. Thank you. May I now please invite our chairperson, Mrs. Ambani, on the stage. We will first begin with the Jaguar House Council. Cub House Coordinator, Vansh Agarwal.
Cub Captain Arzu Maheshwari.
Middle School House Coordinator, Arushi Maheshwari.
Vice Sports Captain Nakul Khamba.
Vice Captain Girl, Khushi Vora.
Vice Captain Boy Rishi Kothari. Senior House Coordinator Param Naura.
House Captain Ishita Bagri.
House Captain Girl Gayatri Mason.
House Captain Boy Shri Dalal.
Moving on to the Lion House Council.
Come House Coordinator Sumer Ronkor.
Scout Captain Arnab Shah.
Middle School House Coordinator Simran Aluwalia.
Vice Sports Captain Nasya Sikuera.
Vice Captain Girl Shania Piram.
Vice Captain Boy Sahil Rani. Senior House Coordinator Adarsh Sriram.
Sports Captain Ananya Thakur.
House Captain Girl Akanksha Sinha.
House Captain Boy Shiv Panchal. Next, the Panther House Council. Cub House Coordinator Tarini Mazumdar.
Club Captain Zaha Irani.
Middle School House Coordinator Kyra Shields.
Vice Sports Captain Shiv Karnani.
Vice Captain Girl Sachi Jain.
Vice Captain Boy Vikram Sivashankar. Senior House Coordinator Ishan Sangri.
Sports Captain Priya Sankhi.
House Captain Girl Trisha Agarwal.
House Captain Boy Sohail Shah.
Now the Tiger House Council.
Cub House Coordinator Ranbir Vardhan Thadani.
Club Captain Agyani Agarwal.
Middle School House Coordinator Vivan Durakia.
Vice Sports Captain Aditya Anand.
Vice Captain Girl Risha Mangat.
Vice Captain Boy Aditya Sandesha. Senior House Coordinator, Smriti Zaria.
Sports Captain, Ishan Gupta.
House Captain Girl, Tanvi Inani.
House Captain Boy, Saksh Manik Shah. And now for your core council. Vice Student Council Coordinator, Maya Bedi.
Vice Student Council Coordinator, Adit Karakia.
Vice Sports Coordinator, Shubhika Manoj. Sports Coordinator, Smriti Dani.
Sports Coordinator, Sara Mehta.
Student Council Coordinator, Siddhant Lal.
Student Council Coordinator, Nia Jetha. And now, your head girl for the year 2017-2018, Purvika Mehra.
And now, your head boy for the year 2017-18, Mukul Khanna.
I would now like to invite your new head girl, who will become Hera, to take the oath.
We, the Student Council of Dhirubhai Ambani International School, do solemnly swear to discharge to the best of our abilities and in all sincerity the duties with which we have been entrusted and to promise to abide by the Student Council Charter.
Your new council for the year 2017-2018. Address you for the first time.
Honorable Chairperson, respected heads, teachers, and my dear friends. I have been in the school for precisely 3 years, 6 months, and 17 days. I came in here as a young girl with, ironically enough, stage fright and a very strong feeling of being adrift at sea. But each second spent here has given me something absolutely wonderful. The school is where I found my anchor, where I found my place in the world, where I found my home, where I found the person I am today. I think I speak on behalf of our entire council when I say that the school is the very core of who we are, the very source of our principles, and having the chance to represent it in any form or shape fills all of us with immeasurable joy. On behalf of the entire council, I would like to thank our chairperson, Ms. Neeta Ambani, for constantly inspiring us with her achievements and giving us the courage to dare to dream. I would also like to thank our heads, Ms. Munshi, Ms. Tara Porwala, Mr. MP, Mr. Basu, and Ms. Bajaj for deeming us worthy enough to represent this institution. Most importantly, I would like to thank all our teachers for winding our moral compasses right and always being the constant source of light we could rely on. Without your infinite patience and much needed faith, none of us would be standing here today. It has been said that sometimes the person we want to be is the person we already are, and the person we truly become is the person we least expect. This journey of being comfortable with who we truly are, an amalgamation of our strengths and our flaws, this helps us determine what kind of leader we become. I personally am extremely grateful for all our heads and teachers for nurturing an environment where such a freedom to discover ourselves is made possible. It is because of your constant encouragement that we find within us a confidence to conduct ourselves, to lead, and a drive to be the kind of student council this whole school and the student body deserves. This year's council finds itself with very large shoes to fill. The outgoing student council, which embodies a spirit of cohesion, determination, and approachability, has most definitely left a mark in all of our lives. We could not be more thankful for their efforts and their contributions. Prasid, with his inherent kindness, his gravitas, and his amazing maturity, and Ashna, with her positivity, radiating enthusiasm, and ready smile, have always motivated us with their exemplary leadership. The dream we have as a council is humble. We want to create a supportive environment for all of you. We want to help you, to guide you, and to instill in you a confidence to run from what you find comfortable and live where you fear to live. We strive to follow these wise words of our inspiration, Sri Dhirubhai Ambani. Our dreams have to be bigger. Our ambitions have to be higher. Our commitments have to be deeper. And our efforts have to be greater. But none of this is possible without the participation and willingness of each member of the student body. It is your interest, your vigor, that drives us to be better every day. Your inputs that enhance the way we function, the way we represent you. Each person on stage today has the sole purpose of representing your best interests. This council cannot function without your support because you are our spine, you are our backbone, and you are our driving force. We hope you can count on the support every step of the way, no matter how novel these first steps may be. As I embark on these initial steps, I can't think of an honor greater than this, and a moment in my life I have been prouder of than this. Thank you all so much for this opportunity, and this year will definitely be something to remember.
I will now invite your head boy, Mukul Khanna, to address you for the first time.
Good morning, respected Chairperson, Mrs. Geeta Ambani, heads, teachers, and my fellow students. Spending the past 12 years of my life growing up in this school has helped me develop and flourish in ways I could never have imagined. This school is my home and has nurtured me from the time I was a shy 5-year-old boy to who I am today. Here at DAIS, we are given the freedom to define our own path. We have an institution which not only lets us explore who we are, but also who we can become. I wish to take this chance to thank Mrs. Ambani for giving us, the Student Council, the opportunity to develop our leadership skills and discover attributes in ourselves that we would never have known existed. For many of us, being in the Student Council will be an experience that serves as the foundation for who we choose to be as we grow up and move beyond this school. Each of us standing here today is humbled by the responsibility we carry, the opportunities we have been presented with, and the incredible amount of faith this school has placed in us. As I grew up, my family at school never ceased to grow. Whether it was teachers and coaches encouraging me to pursue passions that seemed daunting, or friends who stood by me as I faced every challenge and hurdle in the way, this school has always built strength and endurance through love and care. From kindergarten to primary to secondary, every single teacher offers unwavering strength and guidance for us to follow our dreams, no matter how unrealistic they may seem. These teachers have worked tirelessly to create a drive for excellence and an environment in which we can work towards achieving our goals. I've been given the chance to push myself, test myself, challenge myself, and most importantly, find myself. From house events to inter-school events and more, we are offered countless opportunities to move past the limits we set. In reaching new heights, we create moments and memories that we will never forget. However, there are bound to be both successes and failures. Although these failures have the tendency to pull you down, I've discovered that even though they may appear as failures on the surface, they will always serve as learning experiences. After all, even successes can be improved upon. When we grow up in a building that is emblazoned with the motto, "Dare to dream, learn to excel," it is impossible to give up. We have our roots not only in the sun-sprinkled uniforms of low KG, but also in the profound sense of perseverance and dedication that this school brings to us from the very first day. Today, DAIS has created a family of diverse yet talented individuals who will be working together and supporting each other. However, whether we are house captains or corps captains, vice captains or seniors, our first responsibility is to support each of you in every way possible. Our role is to represent each and every one of you sitting here today, so never hesitate to approach any of us at any time. We wish to carry out this task with the same elegance and efficiency as the outgoing council. Today, with the aim of making this year an unforgettable one for every student in this school, we stand here, your student council for the year 2017-2018. Thank you. The student council will now lead you in singing the school song and national anthem, so please rise.